What's good, y'all? Your girl is back with another recap for Basketball Wives. Matter of fact, we kind of got like 3-in-1. As you know, I've been like MIA for a couple of weeks. We had some audio issues with when I was trying to record my videos, and there wasn't no way I was gonna keep continuing to roll like that and have y'all going through those videos with that sound like that. So no, nonetheless though, here we are. And what we're gonna do is, like I said, is basically recap 11, 10, excuse me, 11, I can't even count, 11, 12, and 13, like all into one video. So that y'all kind of still get my reaction to it. But yeah, I just don't have the time to go back and now do a recap for every single video on top of the other recaps that I'm doing, because clearly I've missed my other shows. I did not do a recap for the other shows either. So obviously that makes sense. So y'all, getting into this. Okay, overall, this season, how do I feel about this season? I don't know. Well, maybe I should just wait to the end to get into all that. Episode 11, let's just start there. But before I even get all into that, if you're new, checking me out for the first time, stick around for a little bit. Don't jump off just yet. It's a little bit early. And yeah, stick around, catch a few videos, see if you like it, girl. Subscribe if you do like the video. It definitely lets me know that you guys are enjoying what I'm doing, and so I can keep pushing these out. And as well, it lets me know what episodes, what shows that you might want to see me recap. So help you go out. Okay, thanks, appreciate it. Now back into this episode. So episode 11 basically was left, basically that continued from the drama with Malaysia and her bringing the girl Ashley, and the girl Ashley being Angel's. Basically I ain't gonna say they shared the same baby daddy, but basically Ashley was with her baby daddy after, from what it seems, after she was or whatever or whatnot. So boom, that was a thing. So basically that left Malaysia, because remember Jackie didn't go. So Malaysia was filling Jackie in on what had happened, you know, from her views or whatever or whatnot. So basically Malaysia is still considering to be the, you know, the shady person. This is what kind of like she does, but she's like at a head with it. She's just like, I no longer want to be involved with this group again. I don't want to talk to them. I don't want to be around them. They don't like me. So I'm just going to bow out gracefully. I'm not going to go to any events. I'm not going to go to anything that they invite me to. These people clearly don't like me, so I'm done. So flip side, of course, Jackie wants to get the other girls' views or whatever or whatnot. So Brooke throws this, which I just thought this to be so funny, because for me, this is my thoughts and my views. Her whole having this picnic with this spiritual healer, and Jackie having her event with witches per se, is not too far-fetched from me, because those same witches could very well have given them a sound bath too. Like it's all in the same realm for me, but we're not even gonna get there into that yet. So she has this picnic. She hosts this picnic for, you know, to get their health and mind and body together, and wanted to bring all the ladies in together with this spiritual healer to, you know, kind of clear things up, you know, especially when we're about to go through IVF and, you know, all that good stuff. She kind of just wants to cleanse obviously herself, and then just like everybody, and get everything all out and cleared away in the group or whatever or whatnot. But of course Malaysia doesn't show up. Angel, as understanding, doesn't show up or whatever or whatnot. But of course they get to talking about, you know, Malaysia, because obviously Malaysia seems to be the common denominator as far as like drama in the group, you know. So yeah, that's just the best way I can put it. She's the common denominator in all the drama that's happened. So Jennifer just brings up the fact that basically she just feels like Malaysia, it's not even just like a, okay, mistake, things that's happened. Like, you're continually to always somehow end up bringing that plus one that always has some type of issue with someone within the group. So it's like, y'all know I've been like Team Malaysia. So it's kind of like, when your track record is adding up like this, it's kind of like, And maybe in this one situation, maybe this one situation where she might not have actually known, but because of her track record, she went up in flames. So, they're kind of just, you know, they're not really fresh off that. That's just how they feel about it, and that's really basically their feelings on it. British is like, at the end of the day, like, I don't have no issues with her. I just don't like how she kind of like basically how she carries out things. Like, I can be around her, I can be cordial, but I'm not going to be that girl that's going to pick up the phone and like call her or whatever or whatnot, which is understandable. So speaking of British, at that event, she ends up getting a very serious call that we later found out is like basically some type of legal thing, some legal issues, because she ended up being indicted by the IRS on like some type of fraud charges and things of that nature or whatnot. So while everybody's trying to understand what's going on with that, because she ended up leaving literally right then and there. Once she got that call, she left right then and there and left the event or whatever or whatnot. So Jackie is getting everybody, basically so Jackie ends up having like, a little, lunch, dinner, whatever, a little meal with the girls or whatever, whatnot. And ends up, telling them, talking about her acting journey, how serious she, she's really like getting into this acting thing or whatever or whatnot. And that basically she wants to, take them on a trip with her as she does research for this like horror film that she's going to do. Now, my thing is, Jackie was straightforward about one thing, which was just that she didn't give the ladies any details, but she asked the girls to be open. Now, obviously, when everybody, because just about almost all the girls, and the main girls are baby bougie girls, which is Brooke and Jennifer, and the rest of the girls, but I feel like they're more on definitely the bougie side than not. And really, I can take Jennifer's bougie. I can't take Brooke's. Like Brooke let me know how much of a fan that I'm not of her in these last couple of episodes. So they're all trying to like get info. Jackie gives none. For me, that lets me know everything. And I get that they weren't prepared for what they went into, but it's kind of just like when you're prepared with Jackie, you should know. And as y'all are even getting ready and getting on this trip, y'all are saying, you know how Jackie is, how Jackie do. This is a Jackie trip. So you just never know. They came so I just did not like how hard they came at Jackie. I did not. But nonetheless, before we even, get all into that, Jelani and Jennifer are like really doing good. They're like really doing cute. They're both on the same page for as far as like what they want relationship wise and moving forward, like marriage, kids. Like he's checking the boxes, crossing all the T's, dotting the I's. Like, but while her relationship over here looking real nice and cute and going good, and Brooke over here starting fights with Jackie, that conversation that she had with her husband about the IVF and about the baby, like, sus or no? Like, he did not seem, first off, I expected Brooke's husband to look like something else. Okay, but actually stop judging. So, thirdly, when I'm sitting here like, okay, is it the IVF? Is it just having a baby? Even just from the comment that he said. And it's just like, he's like, it's just a baby. Like, we're ready to have another baby. And I'm like, so you all speaking all this, and this. And don't feel like that man really want this baby. It's about what y'all want and y'all bye. And you all, girl. So, when they start out on this trip, y'all, and basically end up, because now at this point we're getting into episode 12, end up at this yacht club. But what yacht, desert, it's a desert yacht club, clearly, or whatever. It literally had yachts on the desert. So clearly, like, it made sense or whatever, whatnot. Clearly, though, Jackie had the ladies fucked up. Like, they were so pissed. But low-key, like, Jackie didn't lie. She was like, It says 4-star accommodations, like whatever. She was like, yeah, on the online it does say it has like 4 stars, and I'm like, Jackie. Like, they were just, I think for me, I'm like, don't be so bougie that you can't experience like a moment. I think that's, if anything, that's what really bothered me. That's what really got on my nerves, because it was like, y'all like, okay, come on, pull this together. Like y'all, everything y'all do has to be like just that annoyed me or whatever or whatnot. And so basically, Brooke ends up, deciding to book a hotel or whatever or whatnot, and whatever, and British does end up coming, because I know they were concerned at first that British was not going to come. And that's, of course, when she's, letting the girls in on, everything that, was going on as far as, the indictment, and having to turn herself in. And then, even, when she, having to take that ride to, I guess, like the federal holding facilities prison. I don't really know I forgot what she was saying, but, feeling her dad's presence and him being there and the signs and knowing that he was there, like, that's just a lot. Like, I can't imagine. I don't want to imagine. On the flip side, though, I'm like, girl, what did you do? Because I just need to be knowing so that I cannot be doing these things. So when I get a little bit of change, anybody trying to say that I'm trying to be fraudulent or whatnot, because we're not doing none of that. So, nonetheless, or whatnot. And then she's dealing with Lorenzo on top of that, and him telling her mom that he's gonna take he's gonna take the kid from her, and stuff like that. Like, if you cannot really like kick someone when they're down, like, that girl is not like a bad girl. And while with fraud, like, you shouldn't be like scheming, stealing, like whatever. Don't be trying to act like that girl went out and murdered somebody, and like she's gonna hurt somebody or putting your child in danger. Like, sir, the nerve of you, sir. So even though, Jackie, obviously wanted to stay at that desert yacht club, she was actually, glad that they did, go ahead and, book a hotel or whatnot. And of course she has, another event, like planned out, or another thing like planned out or whatnot. And all the girls decide to go except for, Jennifer, who has, been having back problems and complaining of back pains the entire trip. And then Brooke, who basically said that she don't trust Jackie at this point, so she's not trusting any trips or anything like that for her as far as like this trip or whatnot. So all the other girls go, but it gets left real quick when they realize like where they're at and what they're doing, or at least who they're interacting with, because they didn't even know what they were going to be doing. They were just made aware of that because they were seeing like the circle with the star and like, just everything that was surrounding them, that they were surrounded by witches, and the ladies confirmed that they were witches. And when I say that Brandy took on a whole all around, like, baby went off. She went, like, it was like I kind of felt like it was like, it was disrespectful, because like, for one, you doing this in front of these ladies, and then you talking about them, and then like, but believe what you want to believe, and you can bow out and decide that you don't want to be a part of, but you did not have to act the way she acted. And I think what really bothers me is, of course, she made it, of course, worse. She's gonna call Brandy and they're gonna boost it all up, or you won't believe what she did, and you're just like, Brooke was right about you, and da-da-da. Like, I would have felt some type of way too if somebody would have said like that about me. But at the same time, I'm sorry. I am team Jackie Christie, because y'all know how Jackie Christie is. Don't get me wrong though. I get it. Nobody wants to be thrown in that type of situation. You kind of ask yourself for that when you decide to go to something you don't really know what's going on. But like I said, I can get it. So, but still, I'm still like, y'all know Jackie Christie though. Y'all know Jackie Christie. Y'all know how, like, ain't nobody gonna win with that, okay? Y'all know Jackie Christie. So she goes back. Of course, she tells Brooke whatever. And I think what makes it worse is, then of course Jennifer's talking about I don't want no voodoo and doing calling on people and calling on spirits and or this or that or hurting other people, and that's the preconception of what witches or like they had no idea what was about to happen, and all they got was a reading. That's what happened. They got a reading, and hey, I understand that maybe you don't want to talk to the dead, but you just don't know what type of message that could have been there for you. But what's not for you is what's not for you. I'm not saying that they had to be open and that they had to do it. I just felt like the way that it was handled didn't have to be handled that way. And then I wish as well that we would get away from this stereotype of what we think witches are and what they do, and it being demonic and not all being evil, because that's just not the case. But I was tripping though that the pendulum told Jackie that she was going to be the next Halle Berry. And I believe in all this stuff, but that part threw me for a loop, okay? But they all making it like who was it, Brandy and who was it, because they were all meeting up for dinner after the fact or whatever or whatnot, and now y'all all want to come and as many times as y'all should come and break out in prayer when y'all be acting a fool, acting an ass, fighting, whatever. Now, because you got a good little pulled out of your comfort zone, got a little surprise, whatever, his team go against Jackie, now we want to go out and break out in prayer. Get out of here with that. Like, it may be even matter or whatever or whatnot. Recording with a toddler is a mess. Just in case you like me, you just might like my more personal vlog channel. So check the link out in the bio for that and get a whiff of what I got going on that side. So, but back to this episode, y'all. What ends up happening? All right, so no, things that end up turning left or whatever or whatnot. Brooke, Jackie, they're having words, back and forth, and Jackie's like, I can get disrespectful, and baby's like, Jackie's like, I can get disrespectful. Brooke's like, I can get disrespectful back. And next thing you know, like, Brooke's all talking about some bitch, this ain't your trip. I didn't and I feel like that this ain't your trip, like type of thing. This my trip now. Definitely took Jackie over, because that Jackie Christie, the other side of Jackie Christie that we don't see all the time or a lot or at all, that we see every here in the blue moon. Oh, she came out. She came out like roar, like shorty flipping tables, going in. You done woke me up now, bitch. You done woke me up now, bitch. When she say that you done woke me up now, bitch, that's how you know it's on. That's how you know it then got on like popcorn or whatever or whatnot. So that ended. Getting into episode 13 or whatever or whatnot, like, I stand by the fact that, like, at the end of the day, I did not like how that went down. I did not like Brooke. Brooke just, I was like, yeah, Brooke, I just don't know. I don't like how she did. I just don't like how she did. Like, I felt like she was just sitting at the table waiting to be able to chime in, like, making the faces, like, when Brandy was saying, like, but Brooke was right about you, like, yeah, bitch, I was, like, she needed everybody to, not, like, needed, but she enjoyed, like, them getting on Jackie and pointing out the things that Jackie was doing that she was talking about, like, what, just... it made me mad. It just did not make me, a happy camper or whatever or whatnot. So all that goes down or whatever, and it's the next day or whatever, whatnot, and technically, they're still, tripping. They're still having, stuff going on or whatever, whatnot, even though, Brooke's like, oh, this is my trip, or we're going to do this. This is on my itinerary, which happens to be the same exact thing that's on Jackie's itinerary or whatever or whatnot. Jackie was like, they both like sending each other messages, like through Duffy, like telling each other, like, well, this is what I'm doing. But on the flip side, Jackie uninvited Brooke to her, to go horseback riding or whatever or whatnot. So when she came up and Jackie hit that, like she really meant, like, how dare she pull up? Like that should nay, Like I was just tripping off that. I thought that's so amusing, y'all. I was just tripping off that or whatever or whatnot. But y'all, oh my God. All right, y'all, because I'm going to be able to finish this video. So, how cute was it that Jelani showed up and surprised Jennifer on the trip, even though, she had hinted that it'd be cute if he had came or whatever or whatnot. And then as well, not only did he come, he came bearing gifts, and he came to go ahead and make it exclusive. And I'm loving this. I am loving this relationship. I'm loving this. Like, they are so cute together. Like, he really looks like I'm so happy for this for Jennifer. Like, I'm loving, like, really, Jennifer and Jelani was really the best thing. Getting together was the best thing about this season. Like let's not even cap. Like that was like the best thing or whatever or whatnot. So, while they over here, trying to get through, their drama that Jennifer, got to miss out on and horseback riding, that all goes great. They talk about how they are doing this surprise for Brandy, for her dad, for a celebration for her dad or whatever, like a casino type theme or whatever or whatnot. Malaysia's back home, talking to her sister and, kind of like really deciding that it was time to like stop playing around. And, while I get it, she doesn't want to beg him. You don't want to beg him not to take care of your child, but you're not begging. You're going to ask, and he's going to oblige, or he's not, and you're going to do what you got to do. I ain't gonna do no begging. I'm not gonna do no begging. You can give me a yes or no, and then I'm gonna do what I have to do to make you. Like, there's no reason why you're not helping to, like, and I don't know what the situation is. I don't know if he just feels like because I don't know, because it sounds like Malaysia has the kids majority of the time too. So it's not like y'all splitting them. It's not like, I don't know, but put that man on child support and stop playing. Like, It couldn't have been me. I don't understand. I do not understand women who will literally sit there and struggle when they have when their children's fathers are well and able to get out here and help them with these kids. Like, there's no way I'm about to be out here struggling and I'm just okaying you not helping me. Yeah, just no. And not to say that Malaysia's struggling, because she's not, but it's just to say that she could use some help. She could do some support. Like, use some support. Like, let's be honest out here. The economy is really getting to everybody, at this point. Like, stop playing. Me on the other side, Angel, she's getting closer to having a baby. She had, a little bit of scare because, her iron was getting like really, really low, and she had to go like to the hospital. But, I guess that, just turned out okay. They did her, maternity shoot. And, from what she says, Rock is really, coming through, being supportive, whatever, from what she say. So I ain't gonna get too hard. I ain't gonna get on Rock though. Like, I ain't even gonna go there. So if she say it, if she like it, I love it. The baby's here now, obviously. And I think, right? Because I'm not thinking about somebody else's baby, but I really think about it as her baby. I do believe her baby is here now, healthy baby, whatever. And then the celebration for, Brandy's dad didn't end up going well. She was surprised. And I think it was a good foot for Malaysia to get off on, and, just showing her that she can show up and that she can be there for her when she, called during the event, to, just send her love, for her father or whatever or whatnot. So, it was nice. They gave her like a nice gift, like these cards with the face on it, which I thought that was just very nice. Like, yeah, y'all, it was an okay season. It was cool. I could have did without all the beat up on Malaysia drama, Brandy. Like, I just feel like she was like such a victim, like such a, like, oh yeah, even when like she was talking about like like she wants to make us, like, I don't know what it is. Like, I don't want to say like she wants to make us so important. She wants to make us so relevant. But when she was just talking, when they were at the picnic, at Brooke's picnic, and she was talking about, oh, how well, you know, thanking Jackie for being that person for her that she used to be in the group or whatever or whatnot, and all this, because by Brandy, Jelani and Jennifer was the best thing about this season. It very well makes me think of, am I going to do another season of Basketball Wives? If they do another one, we'll see. Yeah, y'all. So I know this was, like I said, fast. If you're new, this is not normally what my recaps look like. I usually take this long, actually, to go through an entire episode where I'm a little bit more detailed. But even then, I don't know. I just feel like I'm just going to not switch it up, but just like, I don't know. Y'all know I could just be long-winded, y'all. And sometimes I'd be like, maybe y'all don't want to be sitting through long-winded out 30 to 40-minute videos. Listen to my recaps. But, y'all, check out the Valerie recap if you haven't already. I just need to catch up on Married at First Sight, do my recap for that, and y'all will be all back caught up. And so the goal is definitely to get that. The goal is to kind of like do that with this too, with Married at First Sight, catch everything all up in one video, or I might need to break it up into two because I know the Married at First Sight just be so long and just be so much going on. But I'm trying to condense it. Y'all. So nonetheless, let's get some editing done, and I'll see y'all later on next week. Peace.